Welcome to NKTelco Sports here at Dial Roberson Stadium, where the Wittenberg Tigers take on the Ohio Northern Polar Bears. Today's game brought to you by Allen Knott Honda, Crofts Car Center, El Campo Mexican Restaurant, Hengelson Sausage Company, Klein's Napa Auto Center, Norada Lanes, Ohio Northern University, NKT.TV, Viva Maria Italian Restaurant, Western Sizzlin' Steakhouse, NKTelco, Whatever Cards and Games, That Place for Pets, and Stites Grocery and Catering. Hey, get a look at midfield as we get ready to go. The Polar Bears at 5-1 on the year, taking on the 1-4 Wittenberg Tigers. Mike Hearn and Tom Mealy, and a great day, believe it or not, weather-wise for
this.
this.
Actually get some sunshine today. One of the better days we've seen in quite some time here.
Still a lot of smart people with blankets. As you see the sleuth of bears, I just learned. That is what a group of polar bears is called, but just about 60 strong for Ohio Northern University. Really kind of shows this now fourth-year program how they're building, Tom.
Yeah, they are. They're building every year, just improving as they go. I think they recruited 35 freshmen this year and have about 24 returners, with quite a few of them being seniors that they brought in from their very first year. So they're into their fourth year of the program.
Get a look at Wittenberg as they get ready to go to the center circle. We'll go to our keys to this game.
Keys to the game here, we'll start with Wittenberg. Move the ball with the slide comes on offense. Keep the D on their toes by movement of the ball. Don't let the defense get set.
Northern wins the opening faceoff.
Fundamental individual offense. Make sure you execute the little things correctly. Don't make the little mistakes to cause that costly goal. And compete for all 60 minutes. Pretty self-explanatory on that one.
Northern working quickly through the first 20 seconds as you get a look at their keys as well.
We'll take a look at Ohio Northern's keys. Limit the turnovers. Don't give Wittenberg an easy transition off of the mistakes. Win the ground ball stat. Control the ground ball. Control the pace of the game. And assisted goals on offense. Don't take the ISO shot. Move the ball to an open and easier goal by that ball movement.
There you see the ball movement for Ohio Northern on their first possession from Nicholas Groves out of Fishers, Indiana. Was looking for his 9th goal, just kind of had that one float on by. Northern, through the first minute now, is showing as the aggressor. They've done a terrific job so far, Tom, of their attacks, of being able to space from behind and up front.
They are. They're doing a nice job moving that ball around, working around the horn here, trying to get that offense set, getting the defense to bite on something.
Northern still trying to build up this program as they work back behind in a point-blank look. Skip through the bottom and in. That'll be Anthony Pavoni, his 9th goal of the year, his 121st point of his career. Makes it a 1-0 Ohio Northern lead at 13:41 in the first.
Pavoni does a nice job there, as we see on here on the replay. Nice feed to him, just gets that right angle, sneaks it right on by Cavalier.
And you just talked about how important assists were on that, about setting that up. In Northern, a minute and a half to do that.
Just nice movement again from Northern on that ball. Working, being patient, waiting for that shot to get set and open.
Northern with 4 straight wins into this, 5 straight wins. All their wins are on the road. Their only loss came here in February as they try to even that out, and trying to work quickly was Cameron Maroose out of Brecksville. And there's a penalty flag thrown way back behind the play.
This will be a play on for a slash.
And one thing that we were talking about off air that I thought you said that was important was Ohio Northern does a good job. If they're going to get called for penalties this year, they get called for a lot of minor penalties.
Yes, I think we figured out they only have 6 or 7 that are more than 30-second penalties on them. They're averaging about 12 minutes less than their opponents coming into this game on penalties for the season.
And this is the first time that these two programs have ever met, as Wittenberg now back on the kind of on their heels, really, with the way that Northern is being able to attack them.
Yeah, Northern's being very aggressive on the ball movement. Shot there just gets knocked out.
O'Connell with a good look at it, just wasn't able to fire it where he wanted to, and the penalty flag now coming into play.
This one, I believe, is going to stay with Northern. No, it looks like they are going to award it to Wittenberg.
Wittenberg and head coach Jay Owen in his 6th year, 43-38. Ohio Northern on the that place for Pets scoreboard, leading 1-0. Their head coach and Nat St. Laurent, 36-18, and building this program. We talked earlier on about, before we went on, about senior leadership. 17 seniors, 3, and they're all 3-time letter winners. That's important to build up this program.
It is. It shows your recruits that your seniors are willing to stick around. They're not a 1-year, 2-year player transferring out, leaving the program. It talks a lot about your program,
Northern
being able to keep that senior.
Assist on the lead to the goal, and Max Weiss, who's got the school record for goals in a game, gets his first in this ball game. As you get a look
here on the replay, again, Northern moves that ball behind, defense slides and opens that shot right there for Weiss.
And I'm not sure that Cavalier, the goaltender, ever even saw him.
No, it came back too far. It came back quickly across the goal. He wasn't able to get turned around and caught himself out of position for that goal.
I always, when I watch these draws, think I would be tired just from this part, let alone having to run up and down after that.
Well, they have a lot of these teams will use a face-off specialist. We'll see here a transition on some of these teams. They'll actually just use someone just for face-offs, as we see here. Wittenberg's transferring off, and so is Ohio Northern. They're getting their face-off guys off the field, bringing back on their normal midfielders.
It's now up in the hurry as Northern tries to get from one side to the other. They have a ton of interesting storylines throughout this game. You've got one young man trying to get his 100th career goal. We'll talk about him in a bit. Anthony Pavoni just got his 70th career goal to open up the scoring. He's now 3rd on the all-time scoring list, a 2-time All-OAC pick. And that's what it was about. The first couple of years about Coach Laurent building through the New York area, trying to get guys to come to this program. That's where he's from, and the old thing is draw upon what you know.
Yeah, he goes up there, recruits real heavily up in the New York area, and is able to draw them down here to Ada to play for him.
He's got Nicholas Groves out of Fishers, Indiana, and Bishop Shattered High School. He also home Bishop Shattered out of the current vice president's wife in Karen Pence. Now Northern, it's kind of an odd thing with the lights on. For that little split second behind the goal, you're kind of behind as that shot misses wide. And that's the first time, Tom, that the 80-second shot clock, which is in play this year, kind of the change from last year, you need to get it across in 20 seconds as Northern called for a shot clock violation, had it to 4 before that.
Yeah, it's a little bit changing the game this year. That 20-second to get to midfield, or you're in the 80-second shot clock violation. Once you cross that midfield, you got another 60 seconds to take a shot on goal.
Well, they're trying to get it cleared for the first time. Again, that's kind of the part of it. They've got 20 seconds to try and clear it across, and then you get your 60 seconds where you can go to work.
And they're successful on that.
Such a different thing. It really kind of feel like since you played, kind of the speed has picked up over the years.
It has. Just now with the shot clock, you're pressured. Before you could take your time, work it back and forth, kill some of that time. But now you got 20 seconds to get that cleared out of there. You're going to see a lot more fast breaks off of these clears. And just the speed of the game, it's not going to drag out. It's going to be more of a running clock as the game goes on.
Northern into the sunshine from left to right. Great pass, but the
just bounced off the stick and little miss there.
Just right up at Joseph O'Connell, the 6-foot sophomore. And he did a good job, too, of not incurring himself a penalty. One of the other rules this year where you can't lunge directly towards the goal, of sort of going sideways to it.
Yes. That kind of protects the goalie, too. You don't have the guy coming at you. The goalie's focused on the ball, not trying to watch the offensive player taking the shot so much as his body coming into you. And if you can lunge, but you go sideways and you're good. You go towards the goalie and they're going to call you for a crease violation.
First real attacking shot for Wittenberg, as it was Noah Motterwell out of Libertyville, Illinois. Had it immediately taken away from him. He got kind of near the crease to where he wanted to make that move, but two sticks converging to take it away from him.
Yeah, Northern does a great job there collapsing that defense on him, preventing that shot to really kind of make its way into that goal.
So now Northern working back from near midfield as they just kind of survey, and they've done a terrific job to kind of Coach's point about making sure that everybody touches the ball and gets a chance to put themselves in the best position.
Right, I think Northern has, like 18 players that have scored this season on the goal out of, with the
almost 60 players they have,
and you have 18 already, and you're only into your, the sixth game. You're doing a great job of getting that bench in to play, getting some of those younger players some experience, and that itself will just build on the program.
I will say, just as kind of a novice, so to speak, of the game, really just being the second time that I've been able to see it, and the other one was a women's game last year. The speed, and then you take on that there are constant whistles. The fact that the young men on the field right now are able to just kind of ignore that.
Nice
Great
save there for Wittenberg.
Wallier right down to his knees to be able to get to it. 27 saves and 36 goals allowed in his 2 starts this year out of Troy Athens High School in Michigan.
Wittenberg's going to do a little bit of a line change here and try to get this offense rolling for them as they find themselves down by 2 goals.
It's kind of amazing what you have to do, kind of a memory eraser to, hey, we need to get anything going right now, because Northern has by far been the aggressor.
They have dominated the offensive side of this game completely. This is Wittenberg's second trip down here on offense. First one came up with nothing.
So work out to the point for Connor Rice out of Cincinnati Moeller High School. They've done pretty well.
They have.
The throw redirected high into the air, a pop-up for Grosse Pointe Blank, Michigan's Jerry Coyle.
That one comes into the stands and becomes a souvenir.
I think they'll make you give that back. I can't see Tom Simmons just writing those off every time that happens. There's now a opportunity again. All I see at any given point is just gray jerseys flash by and sticks in the air.
They're doing a great job. This was going to be a fight here.
Sam Camacho, the freshman, tracks it down.
This one's staying with Wittenberg. Northern defender tried to scoop that ground ball and just lost it out of his stick and out of bounds.
Shot clock down to 5 now.
2 shot on goal.
Great save.
Pavone does a nice job there. Save on the far out shot.
Close enough. It's a P and some other letters. Alex Pizarro, the OAC's Player of the Week on February the 18th. You get a second look at this shot. Watch how it comes from the point. His stick is in perfect rhythm to go up and get it. Has a lot of school records. He's been the guy since he came here. 26 career wins, a civil engineering major. Now with his program record, 277th save. Seems like he takes a lot of shots.
He does. He does.
14 against Baldwin Wallace last year.
He has improved every year so far that I've seen him. In goal as I speak there, Wittenberg, number 32, Motterell takes a shot here.
That's just terrific individual offense.
We'll catch this on the replay here.
Watch where he's set up. He'll come into your screen.
He comes
here
in
a second.
just there. He does that ISO shot and just puts it right over the top of.
Actually, it ends up being Cam Kennedy, because Motterell set the screen for him to get there. So the junior helps out the sophomore. They run by in a flash, and it's now 2-1 ONU, just about halfway through the first. So the Bears trying to get their own thing going here. This is always fascinating to me to watch how hard you have to work just for one possession.
We're going to have a face-off violation here on Wittenberg. It's going to get awarded to Ohio Northern.
Northern so far controlling the ground balls 5-3. They've cleared 4 out of 5, which for them, they're 102 of 126 this year. It hasn't been a huge thing for them to have problem with clearing the ball.
No, not at all.
They get up and down in a hurry. And one thing I was going to talk about this team, 18-5 coming into today. They have outscored their opponents in the first quarter. 40-16, their shots on goal. Aggressive. And the second half is kind of, when they've gotten ahead, they've kind of slowed down a little bit. They had to go to overtime to win their last game, but keep that number rolling. Right now, the throw from the left side in for Mason Schmeling. And you get a look at the Klein Napa Auto Center replay. That's
nice
his
dish
third goal.
to Schmeling. He'll take a nice little head fake here and wide open.
And again, maybe it was the sun, maybe it was the shading of the
Gets
guys in front of him.
Yeah, gets Calivier to bite on that and jump to his left. Shot goes in over his right shoulder.
So 3-1 Ohio Northern, 7 shots to 3 in favor of Ohio Northern. Just the one penalty so far. So goals coming quickly. Cam Kennedy with the one for Wittenberg. Pavoni, Schmeling, and Weiss.
Wittenberg will win this face-off here.
So it'll work quickly down the sideline, and it kind of becomes that hard thing because whenever Wittenberg has had to go on a run down the sidelines, it seems like there's one guy who's been there, whereas Ohio Northern's had 2 or 3 guys every time.
This is going to be a miscue here. LaBarge just threw that ball away, and Ohio Northern's now going to get a free clear out of this one.
Substitutions continue to be fast and furious. Owen Presper out of Akron, St. Vincent, St. Mary, ready to come up for Wittenberg. Northern's not all about that sub life right now, though. So they want to work behind Max Weiss out of Hilliard Darby. Let's try the hidden ball trick. I watched Ohio State do that last week.
I've seen that work against Ohio State also.
It must just be something about the Buckeyes.
Yeah, it was a spring game I remember a few years ago. They actually bit on it and lost that.
Did you ever fall for the hidden ball trick?
No, I don't think I ever did.
Right. At least not how I told the story anyways.
Yeah, not in my memory.
And another great pass for Northern. 4 goals on 4 beautiful assists. You can talk about how many times the guys are able to get up there as you see the goal coming up
Carter
here in a second. Work
nice
from
dish
behind.
up to him. Just right there again, right over the top shoulder.
Max Weiss trying to work on a career hat trick, number 15. That goal, by the way, gives him 100 in his career. He is Ohio Northern's all-time leader, and it comes at 3:49 to go in the first. So now a 4-1 lead for ONU, and they just announced it to the crowd, and that is why the screaming, and I'm guessing his family is here because they were very, very happy about that, as you saw in the replay. So Northern now trying to cut things down. They have been the aggressor so far, and kind of a little bit different that first quarter. Obviously, you have a long way to go before this one comes to fruition, Tom, but you get a team on their heels like that at home. You've won 5 straight. They're sort of struggling on the road.
Right, they're coming in with a 4-game losing streak. They kind of, you hope they don't fall into that panic mode. There's plenty of game to be played here, but they do have to find their groove on offense. Polar Bear defense right now has been smothering, not giving up anything.
And they go back.
Nice stick check there. Goal right there.
And a penalty flag afterwards. Is that goal, the quick shot from Matthew Welch out of Zionsville, Indiana. He did a terrific job picking up his 24th career goal. He's a fascinating story, too, by the way. Is watch how hard he works to get this ball off the bounce. Right down there.
Right there.
Bang. He banked it in. I didn't even realize that live.
Bounced that off of that outside post.
His 8th goal of the year was a 2-time All-State selection, 4-time All-Conference, and his team's leading scorer. He was also a member of the swim team in high school. Stays busy. That's how you do it. Now 4-2 ONU with the lead. They have not trailed so far. as they came out, we said it was about going early, and that's what the Bears have done all year long. And they score, and even deeper on that, 44-15, their leading opponents coming into today through their first 6 games in first half goals. And everything kind of going their way.
This face-off here won by Wittenberg. As they'll now try to clear this out.
Now, for anybody who didn't understand there, why did Weiss have to wait for that ball? He didn't go get it. Was it because of the defenders in front of him?
Yep, didn't.
And now the clock at just about 2.5 left in the first, and a timeout.
Taken by Wittenberg. As they try to draw something up here on their wipe-off board.
They take any kind of opportunity, maybe 2, to just kind of slow Northern down.
Yeah.
So we'll take a quick break. When we come back, it's 4-2 Ohio Northern here on NKTelco Sports.
Here's the thing. If you're the kind of guy who eats, sleeps, and breathes farming, who gets up at dawn, determined to get the best crop and the best yield, why surrender to the mercy of the water table? Cy Schwiederman Incorporated can lower your water table to an average of 2 to 3 feet below the surface, allowing you to grow stronger, healthier plants that root deeper, that are more resilient to the elements, that enable longer growing seasons, and can produce higher results in the fields and in your pocket. Trust CSI, your drainage experts since 1946.
Back here in Ada, a beautiful 45-degree night as we begin to descend. Crazy thing is the temperature drops around here like nobody's business, but right now Ohio Northern with the hot shooting 4-2, they lead. They are 5 of 6 on clears, 3 for 7 on faceoffs, and they've been able to kind of control this, Tom, so far.
They have. It's pretty much been all one-sided, even though Wittenberg has been able to get 2 goals out of this. Just looking at it, you get that feel that Northern is here to play that full 60 minutes, and they're not going to make this an easy game for Wittenberg at all.
Sam Camacho, who had the early turnover, now up at the point for Wittenberg. Pass right back down. It leads to a goal. Andrew
2.
Ellis.
And right there, that brings Wittenberg within 1 goal. Just over 2 minutes left here in the first.
Ellis now with his 19th point on the year, 9 goals, 10 assists. You get a look at this replay.
Wittenberg does a nice job of ball movement on this, opening up Ellis as he sneaks around and just does a nice wrap around. Brings it right across the defender's stick and Pizarro's stick. Able
Almost
to get
right
that
across
goal in.
Pizarro's face.
Yeah, that was a nice shot there, able to hit that top corner.
And I was thinking as that was moving along, coming out of that timeout, I was much more impressed with the ball movement and the spacing. That's what Wittenberg has wanted this entire contest.
Yes, they were able to settle their offense in and actually get the ball movement that they needed. And once they were able to do that, we saw what they were capable of doing. Wittenberg is quite capable of hanging with Ohio Northern. Even though the records don't show it, Wittenberg's only lost their last 3 games by a total of 4 points. They've not been blown out by much, but here Ohio Northern answers real quick with another goal.
I'll be honest with you, I think I blinked while that entire sequence happened.
I just happened to look up. We'll catch this here on the replay.
It's a good thing we have the Kleins Auto Center replay.
Pavoni does a nice job. Nice ISO shot here. Able to get that shot in.
That's not an easy one either because he took a handful of sticks.
Took a handful
on that.
as he was coming down. He was releasing that shot. Bring that to a 5-3 Ohio Northern.
He's from
advantage.
remotely your neck of the woods in Bainbridge,
He's not
which
too
isn't
far.
really a place as much as it is a township, but out in Geauga County, named after the Commodore in William Bainbridge from the War of 1812, if you have your history books handy, or your phone. That's how everybody looks things up. Wittenberg back now trailing by 2 goals.
Ohio Northern to be awarded this face-off.
I love, though, that right now both teams, it doesn't matter what the scoreboard says. They're going to continue to just kind of try to get into their own rhythm in the last 90 seconds of this quarter. Northern had it up for a second with Preston Victory from Tennessee. That's not the best sports name. His last name just happens to be Victory. 5-1. It's worked out pretty well so far. Now, Northern can come pretty close to the end of this quarter, by the way. Minute 5 on the game clock and 44 seconds
About
on the
20-second
shot
difference
clock.
here. We're going to see a shot here work itself in, I imagine, probably around the 15-second mark.
Down to Peter Hart, and a ball whipped right at
Nice save there.
Cavalier as he's able to take it away. So
Drops
now you
it.
go the other way. You can make the same thing as use the goalie as a weapon. You assume he's got a pretty good arm.
Wittenberg's going to slowly here get into their transition. Try to drag this completely down before time expires here in the first. They don't want to give Ohio Northern any opportunity to go in after the first quarter with another shot on goal.
Cooper Harris out of Medina. I know that's your neck of the woods, 'cause that's my neck of the woods. Now down to 17 seconds in this quarter as Cooper continues to get some exercise. Down to 10 at some point.
Northern doing a nice job shutting down those open lanes.
Somebody's got to move, and Cam Kennedy with it.
Shot
He'll throw one.
goes wide. And we are going to stop with 1 second left. Wittenberg will have a 1 second quick pass here.
And no pass.
Nope.
So 1 quarter done here in Ada on that place for Pet's scoreboard. Ohio Northern with a 5-3 lead. We're back with quarter number 2 after this here on NKTelco Sports.
You know Stites Grocery as a discount grocery store for over 30 years. You know us for our great variety of food at very reasonable prices and our high-quality meat department where you can get our deli and meats at low prices. But did you know we've been catering for over 10 years? We specialize in wedding receptions and other events. We can customize your party with a variety of options. Stites Grocery and Catering in Lima. Stop in, call us, or check out our Facebook page for our daily deals.
Start of the second quarter, the Ohio Northern Polar Bears on top of the Wittenberg Tigers 5-3.
NKTelco Sports and its sponsors are pleased to bring you replays of the Ohio Northern Men's Lacrosse on NKTelco Channel 3 or in HD on Channel 503. Wednesday, March 20th at 6 p.m. and Thursday, March 21st at 6 p.m. on NKTelco and NK.TV. You can also watch the games on WOSN or on demand on the NKTelco Sports Facebook page and at nktelco.net.
So for Wittenberg, coming off a 12-10 loss to Otterbein on Saturday. They lost to Capital 14-13 on the 13th. They lost in Los Angeles, California to Whittier College in overtime 13-12.
That's a long way to travel for a loss.
And then they had to go to Transylvania, lost 15-7. And you throw in a scrimmage in Michigan, and this is now the 4th different state they've played in their first 6 games. I mean, that's something. That's a lot of travel right out of the gate. So the first time now that Northern will be on the defensive end for the second quarter. As you got to love, the goalie knows exactly how far.
He can walk that up, yes.
That's not an easy thing to do.
This is again now a second miscue on Wittenberg on an overthrown pass that's going to turn that ball over to Ohio Northern.
Just Matthew Welch is listed at 5'5", 150 pounds. He needed to be 6'5".
I was going to say he needed about another foot on that for that to complete that pass.
Or a ladder. I think our camera guy might have been the only one that would have had a shot at that. So now Northern races back into action.
They're going to transition here real quick to offense. Again, once working that ball around the horn.
Tell you what, you get in front of Pavoni and you watch him take off, you realize you don't have a lot of opportunities. You blink and he's gone. You make one mistake and he takes off.
He does. He has wheels. He will blow by you if you're even near a stand. He'll just blow by you. You need a running start to keep with him.
And this with being the 4th year of Ohio Northern's program, this year's senior class that has already set so many records is going to be missed after this year, but it'll be interesting to see what that transition of now you've built the program up through your first handful of years and what that means. That shot misses high and wide for Max Weiss.
You just got to hope that you're able to build on that with your recruiting, and that the recruits that you brought in are able to help and contribute to the continued growth of your program.
A lot of seniors.
Shot on goal here goes wide.
It's from sort of a left shoulder throw back to the right side, and that wasn't an easy transition, as you'll see here on the replay. Watch this come back out to the point. It's a good set, but there's not a big hole
Not
there.
a big hole. Angle's there, not there for him. LaBarge is able to get back there and chase that ball down, be the first one back by at the line, and this will become Wittenberg's ball.
We also had 39 goals a couple of years ago. A lot of pharmacy and healthcare majors for Northern, as you would expect. A couple of civil engineering majors. It's always nice when your goalkeeper is a civil engineering major. You know he's a smart kid. It's a lot of program records already for him as the main goalkeeper as the ball kind of shaded back through. Good job for ONU to get a net on it.
Pizarro able to scoop that ball up and get that cleared out of here.
It's already 26 career wins, a lot. And you look at what ONU did last year and what they want to do this year, sitting at 5-1. And it's not that long of a season either. You kind of pack a lot of physical games right together. So the Bears make a couple of changes. Kevin Giles out of War Hill High School in Williamsburg, Virginia.
One thing I've noticed here, Ohio Northern, they've been averaging about 9 seconds on their clear. So once they get that transition across midfield, they're working with about 71 seconds on average to work that offense. Wittenberg's taking a little more of that 20 seconds when they do get their opportunity to get on offense. But Northern doing a great job giving their offense a full 70 possible plus seconds to work that ball in.
Northern last year at 14-3, co-champs of the regular season in the OAC. Right back through the middle, a 1-on-5 just does not work.
No, coming high on that stick, you're not getting that shot off. That's a very low percentage shot. It's just going to get stick checked, and that should have been pulled back out there by Wittenberg.
It was Jerry Coyle, and it leads to a goal on the opposite side as John Mullen able to stick one in, the junior out of Syracuse, New York.
Does a nice job here, getting that ball fed. He'll do a nice little head fake here, roll, and nice open lane. Just able to get that ball in there. Does a great job. Give the Ohio Polar Bears are able to double up Wittenberg 6-3 with just under 11 and a half minutes left in this second quarter.
And you know there's an old thing about with quarterbacks for football about where is it easier for a right-hander to throw right or running left. That's not an easy shot because running right with that stick, he's kind of able to throw bottom right.
He was able to bring that up and come back down, bring a cross body there.
Somebody should call the Ada PD because Logan Krogman just committed a robbery. 4 guys standing there tried to put a net on the ball, and he reached out at the last second and took it from everybody.
Oh, dangerous clear there.
Well, the
Wittenberg
attempt
still scrambling there right in front of the goal.
And it's almost bad for LaBarge because he's caught in the, well, I can't turn around and throw a dart to my goalie because I'll throw it past him. There's nobody there.
No, Cavalier does has kind of a miscommunication there. Tries to clear it right in front of his goal. Defender right there, able to knock it down. That was very dangerous. Could have easily been scooped up and shot taken.
Cameron Marouse, who is the all-time assist leader at Ohio Northern, waits out with that ball. He had 6 assists twice last year in a game against Beloit and Wilmington. It's the Beloit game that's the most interesting to me, though. He's right at the top, a program record 10 points. He had 4 goals that same day. You know you're doing some good work. Right now he'll be running the point for the Bears. I like these jerseys. They're sharp looking. The metallic now as they work back behind the net.
They're going to work this one around again. Wouldn't be surprised to see them reverse this and bring it back the other way. Try to get the defense to bite to one side.
This is the most patient they've been in a while, too. Down to 15 seconds on the shot clock.
Shot thought there, but nothing open. Down to 8. Here's your shot. Goes wide. It'll stay Polar Bear ball.
They might have caught a break on that one.
Marouse is back there able to claim that shot.
Wittenberg seems a little confused, like they didn't believe that that one went off of one of their players, because ONU got a fresh shot clock. So Northern now taking some time, as that's 20 seconds already gone. Final 9 minutes of the first half.
Polar Bears slowing the tempo down here just a little bit.
Northern so far 14 shots to Wittenberg's 7.
Shot taken. Nice save there by Cavalier. And this again will stay with the Polar Bears.
And a great lead inside, a little left-handed shot off
nice
the
save there.
turf.
Able to drop down. That was that one came in quick. Cavalier able to drop down, trap that ball.
Get a second look at it. If nothing else, he's working hard, because this really lined up perfectly for Northern, but he was just able to swim one down and make sure he could get that stop. That's 3 straight saves for him now within a span of 50 seconds. Northern losing the ground ball fight right now, but just at 12-11, not a big deal, because they've been able to space the field and take so much time.
Yeah, they're not rushing their shots. Their time of possession is on their side. Nice save there by Pizarro. Yeah.
Wow.
Second chance shot, and we're going to have a penalty flag.
That one
Goal will count.
Kind of looked like Welch as he was being thrown to the ground, which might end up actually being the penalty. As you see on the replay, watch him, 19 right here in the middle.
Open
Just kind
shot,
of
bounces that one off of Pizarro's stick, able to scoop that up and get him out of position. And he was that was a cross check followed that shot.
There are 6 gray jerseys in that picture if you saw the replay. And he was able to, the smallest guy, again, continue to fight his way for that ball and get that goal.
Right.
That's nothing else except for he did not give that up.
No, right place, right time, and fought for that one.
That's, we talked about individual efforts earlier on in our keys to the game. It was for Ohio Northern in their keys, but it's Wittenberg right on that occasion that individual offense is the reason why the lead is cut to 6-4.
We're right here at 8 minutes to go in the second.
That's an impressive young man. Not the biggest in terms of
We're
stature.
going to have a false start on Ohio Northern. This ball will go to Wittenberg.
Losing your stick seems like kind of a hazard. So they're right back to work again. Just the quick work of Matthew Welch out of Zionsville, Indiana. It's in the greater Indianapolis area. Business major. Now 24 career goals as he picks one up here.
Wittenberg trying to be a little patient here and work that ball around. Take a play out of the playbook of Northern. Not try to rush that shot.
It's kind of a screened shot that found its way from Andrew Ellis back to the goal.
Ellis just not able to connect on that pass. Had he, that was pretty much a guaranteed goal the way he was set.
Sam Camacho. I wonder if he's got an uncle named Hector. It's one of my favorite movies. All I've been thinking the whole time is, wow, that's a heck of a move. They didn't call a penalty on that?
That was a play on.
It's a heck of a shot. It's Hector Macho Camacho would be proud. But a unfortunate shot that will lead to a polar bear down.
We'll see this here. Fight for a ground ball. That was a clean shot there, open with shoulder.
It was John Mullen. We'll take a break. It is 6-4 Ohio Northern here in Ada on NKTelco Sports.
Nareda Lanes in Ada offers men's league bowls on Mondays and Wednesday evenings, women's league bowls on Thursday evenings, couples bowls on Friday evenings, kids bowl on Saturday mornings from December through March, Scotch mixed double bowls on the last Saturday of every month, open bowling on Saturday evening, Saturday afternoon reserve the bowling alley for children's birthday parties, and on Sunday, lanes are available to reserve for birthdays of any age as well as for group events. Check out NaredaLanes.com for more info.
At That Place for Pets, we offer classes for puppies to seniors, puppy kindergarten, family dog, advanced or top dog, and agility classes. If you're looking for a place for your dog to play, we offer doggy daycare. Let them play in a monitored, temperature-controlled area. Doggy daycare is available Monday through Friday, 6:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Screening is required. At That Place for Pets, our groomers are ready to help your pet look their best. Call today for your appointment. That Place for Pets, for playing, training, and grooming, where every dog can be a top dog.
John Mullen, the junior out of Syracuse and Christian Brothers Academy, down for Ohio Northern. Big thanks to our sponsors for today in Crofts Car Center, the right choice, along with El Campo Mexican Restaurant, where if you want to go for the best Mexican food, it's El Campo. Engelson Sausage Company, Lima's finest handcrafted sausages, along with Nareda Lanes, where you're always welcome here in Ada. Just a handful of folks who will help us make these games possible. It's now Northern back on the attack, and really, I'm always interested, Tom, and I hate, obviously, to see it come out of an injury, but how you respond coming out of any kind of stoppage. If you continue to, you can get right back into your rhythm if you're Northern, or if it maybe slows you down and takes you a couple of minutes.
And right now, Northern still, they look like they're still on the hunt. They're moving around quickly. As we see a shot taken there, just bounces off the post.
I was off I thought nearly the wrist of the goalkeeper. As hard as that one was thrown, that's a heck of a redirect. So with the save, again, Northern leading 6-4. You see on That Place for Pets scoreboard. Here you go. Now watch how hard this ball is struck.
This one's going to be a turnover, forced out of bounds.
Right inside the netting and out.
Northern's going to take over on possession.
So now 13 ground balls for Wilmington. 6 minutes to go. And they still lead Ohio Northern in that category, but Northern with a nearly 2-1 shot advantage at 17-9. And that has been what they've been able to do. Limit your turnovers, win your face-offs. The clears are nearly perfect for the Bears, whereas Wilmington's about 50% right now. Statistically, everything is playing Wittenberg, rather, with that's what happens when you read. Just think about how Wilmington is coming to town in just a couple of days as the shot misses wide left.
This one's going to go to Wittenberg.
Ohio Northern gets Wilmington on Saturday before they go to Mount Union on March 30th.
Jack Wolf there does a nice job chasing down that wide shot. Gives his Tigers a chance to bring this game in within one.
5:19 left in the first half, and in the last couple of minutes, it has become considerably colder.
Once that sun goes down here, that temperature really drops.
And it was about 45 at game time here in Ada. It is probably down around 40 right now. Is 42. They say it feels like 39, but I'm not up here wearing shorts either.
No.
So credit to those kids for being a lot tougher than Mike Hearn is. You could probably say that about a lot of things, and that might not have been the smartest attempt at a clearance for Northern. Jackson Pfister might have been better served to try to maybe hold on to that for a couple of seconds.
Yeah, let that defender bite on him instead of trying to dump that off that quickly.
It's another run down the sideline. Braden Stouffer.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to have a timeout here by Northern.
4.5 minutes to go in the first half on That Place for Pets scoreboard. Ohio Northern on top of Wittenberg. 6-4 here on NKTelco Sports.
Whatever Cards and Games in Ada is your locally owned, family-friendly business for all your gaming needs. We carry a wide range of collectible card games, board games, family games, role-playing games, educational games for all ages, and more. Stop in today for your much-needed expansion packs and war miniatures. We are an official tournament store for Yu-Gi-Oh!, Magic the Gathering, and Cardfight Vanguard. Expect an enjoyable time at Whatever Cards and Games, where there's fun for everyone.
6-4 as you get a look at the Sloth of Bears. They call it a sloth, they call it a sleuth. It's been named both ways, again, that I learned today. But they, during that timeout, also the officials at midfield now are doing a stick check just off to the right of where this shot is. And what are they looking for right here, Tom?
They're looking for depth of the pocket, making sure that it looks like here we're going to have a stick violation as we see a flag thrown. This one is going against Wittenberg. What they're doing is looking for that depth of the pocket to make sure that the ball's not trapped down lower. You hold the stick up. If you could see light between the stick head and the ball, as the ball's sitting in the net, the top pocket's too deep. You can actually get the pocket. If you get the pocket too deep, it'll actually trap the ball in there. And when the stick is checked by the defender, it won't come out. So they check to make sure depth of the pocket's correct. On making sure on the offensive side that the length of the stick isn't too short, that there's enough stick there. Just variety of stuff like that. And that one, it looked like they possibly called for pocket depth. And all that just needs some adjustment then done on the pocket. But right now that stick is ineligible to be played with.
Well, the interesting thing is they must have checked a couple of them, because one of them that they handed back was to Drew Fox, who's out at midfield for ONU.
Yeah, so they'll pick a team. They'll pick one player from each team, and they will check, keep it fair, and just throughout the game, on breaks, timeouts, they'll check just to make sure nothing's been done to a stick. As we see a goal here.
Peter Hart with a heck of a throw out of Bethpage, New York. 6'2", 185, the senior. You get a look at ONU's fourth leading career shooter. He's just going to whip this one in, bottom right corner.
About 10 yards out.
It's a heck of a shot, too, with just getting the goalie to move.
Yeah, just completely gets him, caught the goalie flat-footed on that, and he didn't have a chance to get in position. Does a nice job with that shot.
He's another one from New York, from Bethpage, New York, where Bethpage Black is, where they played the U.S. Open, and Tiger didn't go so well in 2009, so he just left. Chuck Lorre, graded 2.5 minutes from Bethpage, New York. And also, he went to the same high school at Plain Edge High School as Steve Gutenberg, who I don't think has worked since 2 Men and a Baby. But Northern now back on the offensive, leading at 7-4. And they force, I believe they force a timeout.
I believe they
did.
did. I was going to say I missed. I was watching the ball, and it looks to me that it's a timeout called here by Wittenberg.
So ONU up 7-4. We'll stay here and just look at what each one of these teams has coming up. It'll be a trip home to take on Oberlin on Saturday for Wittenberg. And then they will take on, I'm guessing my note says Kenyon. I wrote Kenton. It's probably supposed to be Kenyon. Ohio Northern will get Wilmington here on Saturday, as we'll have that game as well. And then, of course, y'all, it feels like every time you do anything here in Ada, it's always, well, Mount Union's not that far away.
Yeah, you're always looking down the road almost. You don't want to catch yourself looking down the road, but it's always in the back of your mind, when's that Mount Union game?
There you see the Polar Bears and Klondike. I don't know if the mascot is actually here tonight, or maybe they gave Klondike the night off, but it seems like it would be perfect.
It would be perfect night for Polar Bear weather, yes.
I love when they have football here and they have the cheerleaders up there and they catch the footballs in the megaphone. That's always one of my favorite things. And this fall, the crew got a terrific shot of them doing that. But if you look at Wittenberg and you look at Coach Jay Owen, he's fascinating to me. Played at Salzburg University in Maryland, up where he's from, 2 national titles. He also was an assistant coach up there, 5 D3 national titles he was a part of. Part of a 47-game winning streak as a player and 69 as a coach.
Knows how to win. He knows how to win.
That's what he's trying to ingrain in his kids right now. Unfortunately for them, Northern has been able to do a terrific job in, for my money, it's about their spacing. They're able to move wherever they want, sort of umbrella around the top.
And yes, they're actually taking the key out from Wittenberg for moving the ball when the slide comes. They're getting that defense to bite on them, and as soon as the defense takes that bite, they're passing that ball off. Doing a nice job of movement here, being patient. As we see a shot taken, goes wide, and this one will stay with Northern.
Pavoni looking for another goal. Comes in with 8 on the year, 51 games played. I marveled at these numbers. In 51 games that he's played, he started 40 times, has 120 points.
I would love to know if there was a game in there that he didn't have a point, I would almost guess that there isn't one.
He's got a couple of 7 or 8 point games as well the last couple of years, as Northern now down to 10 on their shot clock. So hit the final 3 minutes
Shot
here.
goes wide. Nice save there by Calvier.
Northern down with 2 seconds off this open as they went to make a change, and they'll just throw it away. It really kind of works out. It's the second time that ONU has been hit, and it's the only 2 times in this game that somebody has been hit for a shot clock violation, but that one doesn't really hurt you.
No, that one doesn't. And there was still 2, maybe 3 shots taken on goal during that 80-second period. So it's not like they stalled and didn't have anything there. They just weren't able to connect on a goal.
ONU leading the shot category 24-10 as we hit final 2 minutes left in the first half. A lot of things have happened. I think you look at it and you say 7-4. ONU was about limiting their turnovers in the open. They've committed 7, but they forced 9. It's a
Slight
good
advantage
statistic
there.
for
Yes.
them to come in. And we talked about winning the ground balls. Right now they are actually up on ground balls 14-13. They've gotten 4 of the last 5, though.
Shot goes a little high on, looks like shot was taken there by number 16, Coyle.
It's down to 1:45 now. He's trying to work somewhere in front of the net. It's just 4 polar bears within about 6 yards of the crease at all times. The penalty flag flies behind
There's
Wittenberg's
going to be another
offense.
play on, and this is going to,
1:30 to go.
they must have picked that flag up.
Well, it's still up there at about the 35-yard line to our left. Northern just working quick and forcing a lot of errant passing. You can tell Wittenberg is normally a very good passing team. They're just not able to get, those windows are about half a second long, whereas they're normally about 2 for them.
And it almost looks like they've gone into a slight panic mode, trying to get a goal in here before the halftime, and they're forcing some of those in, forcing some of those shots that just aren't high percentage shots.
Wittenberg lost 12-10 against Outerbein in their last game. Again, they've had a hard luck of it. They're 3 losses by a combined 4 goals. Just they've been in. It's kind of similar to this game. You're really not out in terms of anything that you've done. You've gotten good looks. It's just kind of like basketball. The shots just won't fall down.
Right. Northern's just done a little bit better job on defense. As we see here, Wittenberg able to get that goal with 1 minute left.
Andrew Ellis, the sophomore, able to stick one in.
That'll bring us to 7-5, Ohio Northern. And we'll see if we can catch this on the replay.
So Northern kind of trying to regroup. As quick as they go, they'll try to get one back. As there you go. They finally were able to move the spacing.
Nice pass across there to Ellis.
Right on the back door.
He gets Pizarro to slide and gets that backside.
Out of Mainville, Ohio. You ever been to Mainville?
No, I don't believe I have.
It's probably not. He's down around Cincinnati. It's in Warren County. Go down there and catch the guitar show on Sunday. It's now the final minute coming off the clock and a 7-5 ONU lead. Struggle to pick it up, and that's a great steal for Wittenberg.
Play clock not in. There it goes. It's starting to roll now. Now someone's got possession.
Quinn
But it's
McConkey.
not even going to be a factor here, as we're now down to around 30 seconds and a timeout taken by Wittenberg. I feel they're going to try to get this final shot drawn up here and try to draw it within 1 going into halftime.
Tell you what, the way this has gone, Tim Glahn is a busy guy in the office next door trying to get all these stats done. But they do a great job.
They do.
I'd be curious to see how quickly you have to push buttons just to be able to get some of these stats down. Some of these shots, the way that it sticks out, Anthony Pavoni has 2 goals for Ohio Northern right now on 7 shots. Nicholas Groves has not scored yet for Northern, but he's got 3 shots. Jerry Coyle has been the aggressor on the opposite side for Wittenberg. He's got 4 shots, but it's been Matthew Welch. 3 shots and 2 goals. And he's also picked up a couple of ground balls. But just marveling at what Andrew Ellis has done. He's got a goal on 1 shot, 3 ground balls, but it seems like whenever there is a ball to be won,
He's
there. Right on top of it.
He's right there.
There you see Ohio Northern in their huddle, the final 34 seconds of this first half. First time these teams have ever met, but again, we talked about this in the opening. It seems like Wittenberg might just be applying to be in the OAC.
They are on an OAC tour right now. This is their third game, and I believe they have one more coming up after this, and they'll have a 4-game OAC schedule. And now, had they maybe won all those, they might have a way to petition for the OAC
or not.
championship.
You want to look at it the other way around.
But with
this is a big opportunity, or at least it was.
Miscue on that pass. Pizarro able to snag that ball out of the air.
Have to try to throw downhill. Now Northern's got 15 seconds to make up that goal with the errant
And this
pass.
is going to be a miscue on the pass here by Northern. And with 10 seconds to go, Wittenberg's going to have to try to quickly get this down over midfield and get a shot off.
It's one of those ones where you absolutely have to play fast just because of the situation. So Wittenberg's got 5 seconds now as they cross midfield.
I think they're going to just take a wild shot here.
That's pretty much exactly what happened. 1 half in the books here in Ada. Ohio Northern gets 2 in the quarter. Wittenberg gets 2 in the quarter. So we go to the halftime break at 7-5 with the home team in the lead. You're watching this presentation of NKTelco Sports.
In business since 1986, Klein's Auto Parts and Repair Center has been the go-to place for auto repairs. Our store is well stocked with high-quality Napa parts. Our Napa Auto Repair Center is a full-service garage located right next door. Check out these specials. With locations in Ada, Kenton, and Bellefontaine, you are never far from quality auto parts and services.
Trust us. NKTelco, a small-town company with a big focus on customer service. We build business the old-fashioned way.
Trust us to be your internet provider.
Trust us to help you find the right cable package for your viewing needs.
Trust us to answer your questions any time of the day.
Trust NKTelco to be on call. Deliver and make sure your service is tailored to meet your needs.
We serve commercial and residential customers to meet their communication needs. Trust us at NKTelco.
Trust us! Here's the thing. If you're the kind of guy who eats, sleeps, and breathes farming, who gets up at dawn, determined to get the best crop and the best yield, why surrender to the mercy of the water table? Schwieterman Incorporated can lower your water table to an average of 2 to 3 feet below the surface, allowing you to grow stronger, healthier plants that root deeper, that are more resilient to the elements, that enable longer growing seasons, and can produce higher results in the fields and in your pocket. Trust CSI, your drainage experts since 1946.
You know Stites Grocery as a discount grocery store for over 30 years. You know us for our great variety of food at very reasonable prices and our high-quality meat department where you can get our deli and meats at low prices. But did you know we've been catering for over 10 years? We specialize in wedding receptions and other events. We can customize your party with a variety of options. Stites Grocery and Catering in Lima. Stop in, call us, or check out our Facebook page for our daily deals.
Laredo Lanes in Ada offers men's league bowls on Mondays and Wednesday evenings, women's league bowls on Thursday evenings, couples bowls on Friday evenings, kids bowl on Saturday mornings from December through March, Scotch mixed double bowls on the last Saturday of every month, open bowling on Saturday evening, Saturday afternoon reserve the bowling alley for children's birthday parties, and on Sunday, lanes are available to reserve for birthdays of any age as well as for group events. Check out LaredoLanes.com for more info.
At That Place for Pets, we offer classes for puppies to seniors, puppy kindergarten, family dog, advanced or top dog, and agility classes. If you're looking for a place for your dog to play, we offer doggy daycare. Let them play in a monitored, temperature-controlled area. Doggy daycare is available Monday through Friday, 6:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Screening is required. At That Place for Pets, our groomers are ready to help your pet look their best. Call today for your appointment. That Place for Pets, for playing, training, and grooming, where every dog can be a top dog.
Whatever Cards and Games in Ada is your locally owned, family-friendly business for all your gaming needs. We carry a wide range of collectible card games, board games, family games, role-playing games, educational games for all ages, and more. Stop in today for your much-needed expansion packs and war miniatures. We are an official tournament store for Yu-Gi-Oh!, Magic the Gathering, and Cardfight Vanguard. Expect an enjoyable time at Whatever Cards and Games, where there's fun for everyone.
In business since 1986, Klein's Auto Parts and Repair Center has been the go-to place for auto repairs. Our store is well stocked with high-quality Napa parts. Our Napa Auto Repair Center is a full-service garage located right next door. Check out these specials. With locations in Ada, Kenton, and Bellefontaine, you are never far from quality auto parts and services.
NKTelco, a small-town company with a big focus on customer service. We build business the old-fashioned way.
Trust us to be your internet provider.
Trust us to help you find the right cable package for your viewing needs.
Trust us to answer your questions any time of the day.
Trust NKTelco to be on call. Deliver and make sure your service is tailored to meet your needs.
We serve commercial and residential customers to meet their communication needs. Trust us at NKTelco.
Here's the thing. If you're the kind of guy who eats, sleeps, and breathes farming, who gets up at dawn, determined to get the best crop and the best yield, why surrender to the mercy of the water table? Cy Schwiedemann Incorporated can lower your water table to an average of 2 to 3 feet below the surface, allowing you to grow stronger, healthier plants that root deeper, that are more resilient to the elements, that enable longer growing seasons, and can produce higher results in the fields and in your pocket. Trust CSI, your drainage experts since 1946.
You know Stites Grocery as a discount grocery store for over 30 years. You know us for our great variety of food at very reasonable prices and our high-quality meat department where you can get our deli and meats at low prices. But did you know we've been catering for over 10 years? We specialize in wedding receptions and other events. We can customize your party with a variety of options. Stites Grocery and Catering in Lima. Stop in, call us, or check out our Facebook page for our daily deals.
Laredo Lanes in Ada offers men's league bowls on Mondays and Wednesday evenings, women's league bowls on Thursday evenings, couples bowls on Friday evenings, kids bowl on Saturday mornings from December through March, Scotch mixed double bowls on the last Saturday of every month, open bowling on Saturday evening, Saturday afternoon reserve the bowling alley for children's birthday parties, and on Sunday, lanes are available to reserve for birthdays of any age as well as for group events. Check out LaredoLanes.com for more info.
At That Place for Pets, we offer classes for puppies to seniors, puppy kindergarten, family dog, advanced or top dog, and agility classes. If you're looking for a place for your dog to play, we offer doggy daycare. Let them play in a monitored, temperature-controlled area. Doggy daycare is available Monday through Friday, 6:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Screening is required. At That Place for Pets, our groomers are ready to help your pet look their best. Call today for your appointment. That Place for Pets, for playing, training, and grooming, where every dog can be a top dog.
Welcome back to Dial Roberson Stadium here in Ada. It is halftime of That Place for Pets scoreboard. Ohio Northern on top 7-5. Polar Bears led at 5-3 after one. Each team put up a goal in the second quarter, and you take a look at the halftime stats. Tom, as you look at this, what stands out to you?
Shots taken by ONU, almost doubling up the Wittenberg shots, 24-13 advantage. Everything else pretty close. Face-offs, 6 out of 14 for Wittenberg, 8 for 14 for Ohio Northern. Ground balls, Wittenberg has a slight advantage in that category, 18-15 for ONU. Saves, Wittenberg with 6, but again, when you go with those shots taken on goal, you expect to have more saves. 6 for Wittenberg, 2 for Ohio Northern. Turnovers, fairly even. 10 for Wittenberg, 8 for Ohio Northern, and then on the clears, 9 of 13 for Wittenberg, and 11 of 14 for Ohio Northern. Both teams with 2 penalties, 2 minutes for Wittenberg, 1:30 total for Ohio Northern.
So Northern with those 24 shots and 7 goals. What's impressive, though, is of their 7 goals, 4 of them have assists. And of the 5 for Wittenberg, they have a pair of assists. And that's what we talked about early on.
Right with the Keys. That was something that they wanted to stress, the assisted goals on offense. None of those single shots, move that ball, get that open player, pass, feed into them.
So Wittenberg again at 1-4, Northern at 5-1 through their first handful of games to get to this point. And Northern have been road warriors in the last couple of weeks. They went to North Carolina to play. Probably the weather was a lot nicer. Wasn't last month when I was there. It rained the whole time. But also a trip to New York, whereas Wittenberg got to leave the state to go to Michigan, Indiana, and California. Spent some time in La La Land.
They did.
It's probably much warmer, though. And the first 30 seconds of the first quarter was a blur for Ohio Northern. They came down, and it seemed like took a shot within the first 20 seconds. Now they're a little more apt to want to take some time off and just kind of move around.
That kind of plays into their statistics, where that first half they've been the aggressor. They have the more goals. They look for it, but right here we see a shot on goal as I believe it's hard to see here. See if we can catch this on replay.
It looked like it was Cameron Maroose with the feed, and it'll go to Patrick Moran. There you see Moran with that high shot.
That was, yes, Moran does a nice job collapsing in on that and able to just keep that stick high.
And his family is here. I know they are because I can hear them. As all of them, if they're here, though, they made a heck of a jaunt. He's from Bowie High School in Austin, Texas. Maybe they just came up
here for spring break, yes. They heard about the great Ohio. They heard about the great Ohio spring weather. They came to enjoy it.
They heard about Viva Maria from watching all these broadcasts. So they want to come down, get some Viva Maria, and then go bowling at Noreta.
Either that or he has a nice little fan club here in the student body.
He's a very popular young man. But that's a big goal, too, because Northern showed they were able to do 2 things. One, they were able to run off enough time working around the circle that, you know, they almost kind of deked Wittenberg into what they wanted. And then if they want to go fast, they can do that, too.
Yep, they kind of acted like they were settling in, allowing Wittenberg to get off of their heels, and then all of a sudden, just like that, they kicked it into overdrive and scored.
Wittenberg now with really a one-man, and there haven't been a lot of opportunities to work from near the net like that. Northern has gotten 4 gray jerseys there as quick as humanly possible. So Wittenberg, though, I love this team in terms of they're able to realize at times with a couple of their attackers, all right, we're not going to be able to get that. Let's pull back out. Let's not try to rush it and give them the ball back.
Shot on goal here. Coyle does a nice job, gets that feed from back behind, and able to retaliate on that goal and keep it within 2. We'll catch this on the replay.
Look at him at 6'3", 185, how he just towers over his teammates.
Does a nice little head fake there.
He went through 4 polar bear defenders to get that goal.
He does a nice job with that. Gets them all to bite on that first head fake and pulls that stick back and takes 2 steps, and that goal's there for him.
That is his 12th goal of the season. And that's another one. It's kind of different. You look at Pizarro at 6 foot, but it's still, Coyle is throwing downhill from 6'3", and really from basically 7 feet with as high as he's got that stick raised. That's not an easy thing with as hard as that ball is probably being thrown to have that stop.
And we'll see a miscue here for Ohio Northern. This ball's going to go right back to Wittenberg.
So not the way you want coming off of your goal to get to 8-5 at the time, and then to have the goal for Wittenberg and then essentially give away your next possession after their goal.
We'll see if Wittenberg can return another goal here.
Collier might be the smartest kid on the whole field right now because he's the only one with long pants on. And as fast as you got to see the people in the crowd and see them bundling up to each other a second ago on our monitor, but it's a lot of people sitting in one space.
There's warmth in groups.
It's a smart idea. About 170 people the first time that Northern was home in February. That's what's great about this program. And we talked to Tim Glahn, the SID here at Ohio Northern, about that. Is you can tell they're obviously a very hardcore group, as the stick save right nearly off the face. That was Lucas Culver with the shot.
Another shot goes wide. This one will stay with Wittenberg as they.
There's that save I was just talking about. So waiting for the ball to come through.
Comes around. Nice little stick save there. Just not able to trap that in his stick. Wittenberg now working with about 60 seconds on the play clock. Loose ball. Picked up by Northern.
They do a tremendous job forcing turnovers. And Drew Fox this year, he's kind of the do-it-all dirty guy. 13 ground balls and 12 forced turnovers out of Solon. He's a Comet. He and Dallas Lauderdale, who played for Ohio State for about 15 years. He's a nice guy.
Northern.
Also, Tom's favorite rapper and Kid Cudi. Yeah, I've asked TJ about that one. Maybe ask McKenna. Get her a sweet tea and ask her about Kid Cudi. So, but this kid went to the same high school.
We'll see Northern now settling in, working that ball around.
The point was that Fox, you got to love kids like him. He does a lot of the glue things. Doesn't necessarily get the pub that a lot of these shooters for ONU do. There you go.
Nice
all
ball
the way around the
movement.
circle.
Shot goes wide. This one will stay with Northern.
That looked like that was partially triggered, too, on that shot being wide by Tony Labarge for Wittenberg. He sort of shaded the way that the shooter wanted to go, forced him to take one step at the end.
Over, yes. He was able to get rid of that angle.
So a terrific job to get Pavoni, who's such a good shooter anyways.
Northern now working with about 12 seconds on the shot clock.
Doesn't seem to phase them. They've been called for 2 different violations.
Loose ball, and this one is going to go out of bounds. So this one will be a turnover.
Looking for Noah St. Croix. He is from, I wanted to get to him, because he is from Irondequoit, New York. Someone's going to hit me up that I said that wrong, but it's a lot of messed up letters that shouldn't be in order. They used to be the Indians, they're now the Eagles, but his high school has produced 30 high school All-Americans in lacrosse, to the point where they even have a biography named after them. They're Lacrosse Town, USA. And he's here in Ada. That's how you know the impact of what Coach St. Laurent has done.
Right, he's able to go up and get those top recruits and bring them down here to Ohio, to Ada, and to play for him.
Especially if you continue to win 14 games a year. Like ONU did last year. They're already out to a 5-1 start. Wittenberg, a lot of offense right now being run from behind the net.
Northern playing a little tight on him for defense. Shot, nice save there by Pizarro.
That one whipped
He'll
right.
Clear this one out of here.
At him by Matthew Welch again.
And if you watch as they cross over.
On the replay, you'll see Welch. See the smallest guy right there just sneaks into the back door behind 4 Ohio Northern defenders, and he tried.
He had a nice shot there.
Shelf.
Pizarro just able to get that stick in there for the save.
Again, there are a lot of these goaltenders where with these lights on bright, that white ball coming at you 80 miles an hour.
Yes.
I can't imagine trying to stop one of these. ONU able to get their clear out. And they've been able to do that again to the turn of 13 of 17.
We'll see Ohio Northern settle into their offense. And if you'll notice, what Ohio Northern does on defense versus what Wittenberg's doing, Ohio Northern's almost playing more of a man where they're not giving that open pass behind the goal. They're sticking someone back there, putting a stick on them, and causing those turnovers, causing those hard passes.
That shot misses wide.
They'll stay with Northern.
Now they work with just 10 seconds coming up on the shot clock. But it almost seems like they're okay with this because they've gotten a couple of pretty good shots with the shot clock winding down. This is now at 2.
Nice save there by, as we have loose ball picked up by Wittenberg. Oh, dangerous pass here as they catch Cavalieri outside the goal. He's feeling the pressure. This can be very dangerous if that ball hits the ground.
Especially now that if you're Wittenberg that you've crawled with an 8-6. As he's swinging a miss, sends the polar bear down to the ground.
They get that ball right across at the 61-second mark. Just
Wittenberg will take a timeout. 7:22 to go in quarter number 3. 8-6 Ohio Northern here on NKTelco Sports.
Whatever Cards and Games in Ada is your locally owned, family-friendly business for all your gaming needs. We carry a wide range of collectible card games, board games, family games, role-playing games, educational games for all ages, and more. Stop in today for your much-needed expansion packs and war miniatures. We are an official tournament store for Yu-Gi-Oh!, Magic the Gathering, and Cardfight Vanguard. Expect an enjoyable time at Whatever Cards and Games, where there's fun for everyone.
Ohio Northern leading on that place for Pets scoreboard 8-6. Big thanks to our sponsors for helping us bring these games to you. Viva Maria Italian Restaurant, authentic Italian catering available. And don't forget the cannoli. And if you do, there's a good chance that we're probably going to end up with it because they're fantastic. When I lived in Ada, that's the thing we ordered. Western Sizzling Steakhouse, home of the Flame Kiss Steak, NKTelco, Whatever Cards in the games, where there's fun for everyone. A couple of the folks trying to help us bring these games to you as we get back to the actions about 7.5 minutes ago. And like Tom said, right before the timeout, Wittenberg just able to get across before the...
Right, it was at that 61-second mark that they crossed, and they got to get a fresh play clock here now.
See what they can do with it.
Shot taken, nice there, saved by Pizarro. Able to reflect that one off. Wittenberg able to keep possession, and then we'll work this around with a new play clock again.
Pizarro last year, 82
Shot,
saves. He's got to make a
goes
terrific
wide
one
also.
here. So he's made 2 highlight reel saves right before this. Second team All-OAC pick a year ago. Was the player of the week in the conference last month. And he's now made 3 stops, and he's able to get by with a little bit of help to make sure that there's no more opportunities. And the penalty, by the way, on Northern for an illegal procedure provided an extra man opportunity, the man up for Wittenberg.
And Northern able to kill that penalty as they are now, Wittenberg finds themselves 1 man down still.
The Bears have done a tremendous job this year on man up opportunities themselves, where they are 9 of 32 this season, and that's a big portion of why they're 5-1. They can do all the little things well.
It is. It's the fundamentals. You can, if you execute the fundamentals, you don't have to worry about the little things. Then everything else starts to fall into place. As we see another shot taken by Wittenberg. Wittenberg now, I believe, might have close to as many shots as they've had in the first half just in these last 2 minutes on goal.
28-21 now in that category. ONU with the lead. Yeah, the aggression is picked up. We talked about coming out of one of their timeouts. It was a beautifully drawn up play. There's nowhere to go. for
Coyle with the ball
anybody.
now. Took a look, nothing there. He's going to roll. Shot taken. Nice save there by Pizarro.
And you can hear Ohio Northern fans. They are happy. Look at the beautiful job of creating the running game.
That was a 5-second transition on that clear as they tried. Oh, that ball just bounces right off the post.
The post is not always your friend.
It is if you are the goalie.
Unless you're a Vegas Golden Knights fan, then you get a handful of offensive shots right off the post. That happens every time I watch them play. Just outside of 5 minutes now, when you're in kind of an interesting time frame because you're in the last 20 minutes, the last third of this game. I would think at this point you're going to continue to do what you want to do, but it starts to become, of that 20 minutes, can we win 2 minutes as a segment? Can we win a minute and a half here? Can we win this draw? Or just the little things start to compound in this close game.
You don't want to let your foot off that accelerator if you're Northern. You have that 2-goal lead, but that can go away very quickly. So you still need to keep that offensive pressure on them, but you also want to slow the tempo down just enough to kill those 1-2 minute chunks off the clock.
It's always a weird catch-22, I would imagine. Alex Pizarro, by the way, has saved 7 shots.
As we have another goal by Ohio Northern.
ONU with another brilliant piece of work from the corner. Looks like this one is going to go to Nicholas Groves. And you'll see
this one here is the missed shot that comes off the post.
Watch the redirection of this ball. Bang.
Just right back out.
Northern did not expect that either. And you get a look at the
Here's
goal.
a shot goal taken and scored by Groves.
Who's part of
just able to beat the defenders with his feet and takes that shot.
That's his 9th goal of the year now. That is now a 9-6 lead, but Nicholas Groves, you've got to love if you're ONU because he's got his brother playing here too. His brother Mitch is on the team. Makes it a lot easier.
Makes it easy for the family.
6'2", 195 is the senior. He's going to come and play any sport with your brother. You get that college experience too. Well, now 4 minutes left in the third as Northern has no problem advancing the ball, and I'm sure that old number 37 is holding a place for you. That's his son's football number, by the way, at one point, if you didn't get that. Or you didn't know that. Probably the latter.
It was changed to 46 for college.
What college is that again?
He goes to Wittenberg.
Matt Sheftal, the young man for Ohio Northern, wearing the gray jersey with that number on it. 9-6 on that plays for Pet's scoreboard. Again, Ohio Northern can continue to just kind of kick it around. This is what has been so fruitful for them because when they've gone, and I call it a circle because it works all the way back around.
Right, they'll work that horn all the way around.
On the second time around, as
nice
the shot
save.
stopped. But the second time around has been the most fruitful for them so far in the second half because they've caught Wittenberg out of position a couple of times.
What they're doing is they're just getting that defense to move.
Uh-oh. Open opportunity with the goalie out of the net and bounced in.
It was just a matter of time.
Cameron Marouse, his 91st career goal now.
Collier has been out of that goal a few too many times today, and it was just a matter of time before it caught up with him. As we see here, he comes out to try to get this ground ball and just finds himself completely out of position. And nice little shot, bounce shot there.
That play is made by Max Weiss, by the way, because he's the one that gave himself up to go to the ground to punch it back out.
He
now
went down and gave Cavalier the thought that he could scoop that ground ball up, and it backfired on him. It's always dangerous when your goalie comes out like that, trying to get a loose ball.
We talked earlier on about the 17 returning 3-time letter winners for ONU, but this time it was the junior who was able to get it done. And he didn't rush it. He didn't try to throw it over. He just said, let me just try to bounce this
nice,
one in.
easy shot. High percentage shot with that goalie out. It's just like practice.
Speaking of, probably not a lot of guys trying to knock you out of the way as you're leading the offense if you're the goalkeeper on that one.
Collier gets the clear here.
Jack Vieira out of Danville, California, in Daugherty Valley High School for Wittenberg.
Wittenberg's going to settle down here and get their offense in position.
That ought to be an interesting conversation. Mom and Dad, I'm going to Wittenberg. Where's Wittenberg at?
Springfield, Ohio.
Other side of the country. It's not close to home. You get the college experience that way. But getting experience in this game, down 10-6 right now. Jack, a 6'2 senior.
Shot on goal goes wide.
Shots now as quickly as it was 27-20 ONU up to 32-22 in favor of Northern. And a quick shot.
That shot taken by Monterell. For the first one that missed, I'm sorry, I looked down at my paper and goal scored.
I think it was Cam Kennedy. Again, I looked
down.
We'll
catch this on the replay here.
It's a good thing we have the Kleins Auto Center Napa replay. You see both the young men that we talked about in motion.
Nice roll there. Brings it across body.
Cam Kennedy, Lewis Center, Olentangy High School. So that came off the block, and if you're Wittenberg, you're not going away right now.
No, you're not. You're fighting for this. You still have a full quarter left. You're not out of this game.
ONU outscored Wittenberg 5-3 in the opening period. It was 2-2 in the second. ONU is back to a +2 advantage at 3-1 here in the third. The clock is not going to be really an issue. It's pretty close to where Northern's going to be able to run this down
within a few seconds. Yes.
The last about 15 seconds of this quarter.
We're going to see a little bit of a line change here for Northern.
So work on the quick attackers to the backside.
There's going to be a slash. So we got a play on penalty here for Northern. See if they can take advantage of this. Get a goal and a man up opportunity.
A lot of sticks flying
and
fast and furious.
We'll have the assessment of the penalty by the officials. Looks like this one will be a 1-minute penalty. And it looks like it's going to go against number 42.
Northern will be on the offensive as Owen Presper out of Canton and St. Vincent St. Mary with the penalty.
He'll sit in the penalty box here for a minute. Basically,
really 56 seconds.
56 seconds. He'll have 4 seconds out of the fourth quarter. He'll sit.
That'd be the worst part. You go to the meeting between quarters, and then you got to march right back into the penalty box for 4 seconds. Northern now works with 55 seconds. They
got a man-up
clock
opportunity
is not going to be
here.
an issue either.
No, they got a fresh play clock here.
They can take the entire time as they try to work around from the back up front with 40 seconds. They've got 2 open opportunities.
Passes here.
Great run, but a
nice
shot blocked.
Save there by Calvier.
Peter Hart.
This one also, again, will be awarded to Northern.
Hart, a 3-time letter winner, not able to get his shot to go down. He'll try again. Flips it back out top. All the way around the offense. That ball just sailed. It seemed like the idea was right for Max Weiss.
Calvier able to get that stick up. Nice save for him.
Down to the final 15 seconds now.
He'll bring this up.
So just flinged it downfield.
Loose ball picked up by Northern. And we're down to the final 5 seconds of this quarter. It looks like Northern's just going to be content with running the clock out.
That was Drew Fox just trying to stay away from everybody else. So after 3 on the That Place for Pets scoreboard, Ohio Northern at 10, Wittenberg at 7. Here on NKTelco Sports.
In business since 1986, Klein's Auto Parts and Repair Center has been the go-to place for auto repairs. Our store is well stocked with high-quality Napa parts. Our Napa Auto Repair Center is a full-service garage located right next door. Check out these specials. With locations in Ada, Kenton, and Bellefontaine, you are never far from quality auto parts and services.
Trust us. NKTelco, a small-town company with a big focus on customer service. We build business the old-fashioned way.
Trust us to be your internet provider.
Trust us to help you find the right cable package for your viewing needs.
Trust us to answer your questions any time of the day.
Trust NKTelco to be on call. Deliver and make sure your service is tailored to meet your needs.
We serve commercial and residential customers to meet their communication needs. Trust us at NKTelco.
Mike and Tom back here in Ada for quarter number 4 on a beautiful night in Ada. The temperature keeps dropping, but the goals keep going up. 10-7 ONU after 3, and really Northern was able to control the shot game in the third. They lead at 34-24 in terms of total shots, and it wasn't, Tom, so much that they were getting shots. They were getting good shots on goal.
They were taking high percentage shots on goal. They weren't taking wild shots or anything like that. Looking through the stats, though, what's jumping out at me is Ohio Northern's winning the face-off stat here now with a 14 out of 20 face-offs advantage over Wittenberg. It was much closer. I believe it was within 1 or 2 at halftime, and they've greatly.
It was 8-7 ONU
Yeah.
at halftime. How about this, though, to prove your point? Ohio Northern went 6 for 6 in face-offs in the third.
They've done a great job of controlling that ball.
Northern also had the most shots that they faced in the third from Wittenberg. Ohio Northern made 5 saves in the third. They had only had 1 in each one of the first 2 quarters.
And I think when we were talking, it was first half, Wittenberg only took, I think it was 13 shots. Yeah, they had six saves going into the first half of the game. So Wittenberg did turn up their offense.
You can see the speed of it coming right out. Maybe that's just those guys running fast so they don't get cold. The season starts in Ohio in February. Not a really optimal time to be outside.
No, you play through just about.
That's why I work inside during February.
This seems almost like a 4-season sport, the way you start so early in February, and by the time you finish up, you're basically at the beginning of June. And so you can go from basically what we've had in this February, negative temps, all the way up to 80, 90 degrees potentially in the beginning of June.
That's why they've got heaters in the truck. Scott doesn't like to get cold. It's now down to the final 13 and a half minutes of this one, the first meeting between Wittenberg and ONU. But again, kind of similar to what we had in had talked about in the Open, that Wittenberg is not a stranger to the way the OAC plays. And we talked to Tim Glahn, Tom and I did before this game, and he said it's not that dissimilar. As that ball whipped off the ground and in from Kevin Giles.
Giles does a nice job there, just bringing that ball, bouncing it in.
Each one of these teams plays so many teams that kind of play the same sort of style. As you get a look at this, is a beautifully placed bounce.
Giles will get that feed here up front and does a nice job on that shot.
You see that, I really can't blame Kyle Wallace.
No.
6'3", 180.
Just stuck the stick up but kind of tucked that head in.
I'm not trying to get hit in the face with as fast as those guys throw. No, thank you. So 11-7 now for Ohio Northern. They have gone to plus 11 in shots as well for the second time. It's the most that they have led in that category by. And a nice box out.
And this face-off again will go to Ohio Northern.
Northern has won 14 of the 20 face-offs that they have been tasked with picking up. As they're doing a good job for the most part. They gave that
turnover
one away.
Here, yep. Wittenberg will get the ball.
Turnovers at 14 apiece. But they've done a good job of when they've been able
Quick
to get
score
out.
There by number 19.
Normally getting in front. As that is another goal for Matthew Welch.
Does a nice job getting inside that, just outside the crease there. We'll see. Gets right behind both defenders, and it's just a one-on-one.
And he almost, too, if you watch the way that comes about, right as he takes that last step to throw it in, he almost, what would be akin to a pump fake.
It would.
Because when he does stopped, there's that little hitch.
He does a one-quick cradle on that, gets Pizarro to kind of bite, and takes that shot in.
Preston victory with the face-off for ONU.
But again, as we said, Wittenberg is not going away. They're still fighting here. They're only down by 3 goals with over 12 minutes left in this.
And clearances have been big at times on both sides. Wittenberg at 14 of 19. ONU at 17 of 24. That ball just, you don't want it to take funny hops as opposed to what you've been getting through the first 3 quarters.
Right. You haven't seen too many shots actually played off the ground.
Maybe one,
pretty much,
maybe two, yeah.
2 shots. Everything else has been stick high that's gone in tonight.
A lot of shots that have been bounced in, but definitely started high from a couple of young men that sit at 6'2" or 6'3". Again, I would imagine for me, that would be the hardest thing, is trying to stop a guy who's half a foot taller than me throwing downhill towards me, trying to determine I have a split
As we see
second.
another goal here by Northern.
And it's exactly how I was saying.
That one there
to
was
watch it come
Pavoni.
down. He has got now, I believe that is going to be 2 for him in this ball game. He's taken 8 shots.
We'll see Pavoni here. Nice little head fake and rolls. Drops that stick down waist high for that shot.
He hit the circle button, and actually that gives him the hat trick because it didn't update right away. 3 shots, or 3 goals on 9 shots for Pavoni, and he picks up now, I believe that is his 15th career hat trick. As now Northern back on the run. It doesn't seem to matter who they put out there. They've all got speed. This is, look like,
yeah, it looks like we're going to have a
Smith.
timeout called here by Ohio Northern.
12-8 is Northern's lead with 11:26 to go here in quarter number 4 on NKTelco Sports.
Here's the thing. If you're the kind of guy who eats, sleeps, and breathes farming, who gets up at dawn, determined to get the best crop and the best yield, why surrender to the mercy of the water table? Cy Schwiedemann Incorporated can lower your water table to an average of 2 to 3 feet below the surface, allowing you to grow stronger, healthier plants that root deeper, that are more resilient to the elements, that enable longer growing seasons, and can produce higher results in the fields and in your pocket. Trust CSI, your drainage experts since 1946.
Taking a look at the that place for Pets scoreboard, it says 12-8 Ohio Northern. It's something I kind of wanted to get at. I talked earlier about guys who don't get maybe necessarily all the pub, but you look at what they do for this team, and maybe nobody bigger at times than William Peoples for Ohio Northern, because he has done a lot of little things for this program. It does a tremendous job winning faceoffs. He actually comes in with the 3rd highest winning percentage in faceoffs in school history in a single season, but he's also won way more faceoffs, 263 coming into this year than anybody else has ever won.
He is their faceoff specialist. They put him out there. That is his single job. They will bring him out just for the faceoff. And if you watch, he after the faceoff and they get settled in, he will transition off the field. But that is his job. He is the man to win the faceoffs.
Well, right now at 17 of 23, he's doing a tremendous version of his job. As Northern continues to use that to their advantage, leading 12-8. Northern will be back at home on a Saturday afternoon, and they
Another
might
goal
just
there
continue to
taken
score.
by Northern as they start to roll.
They might continue to keep scoring. Nicholas Groves with this goal. They're going to bring Wilmington to town on Saturday, but right now it is Nicholas Groves' world, and everybody else just get out of the way.
Groves does a nice job here, faking, rolling around, just cutting through those defenders.
I like the guy at the end who tried to hit him with a stick on his way by. Yeah, I saw you. You got me. That's a good one. Groves now with his 2nd goal of the game.
And this is Ohio Northern's largest lead of the game, 13-8. They're up by 5 now with just a little over 11 minutes left in this 4th quarter.
Again, 5-3 after 1, 7-5 Northern at the half, 10-7 after 3. It's a lot of contact.
And Northern will again win this face-off.
They're doing a tremendous job as time goes along of continuing to just sort of push what they want to do. Groves with 2 goals on 6 shots for Ohio Northern. It's 37-25 in shots.
Quick shot there taken, just goes wide.
That's maybe the one thing that doesn't work for us is it'll be Anthony Pavoni with the shot. As quick as these guys go by, sometimes you aren't able to, not that you can't read the number, but you can't see it because,
They're turning.
I see him. Boom, there he goes.
You might pick one out of the two numbers on the jersey, and then it's a guessing game.
Northern tries to make their change and a miscue. Wittenberg had an opportunity. Really, that 2-on-2 sort of shaded him, and I'm not 100% sure that it looked like it would be Adam Stasak if he ever saw that ball.
No, it kind of looked like it got caught up in the lights, and it just sailed above him. Northern finding themselves just on the other side of the midfield with a full 80 seconds to work here, but they're slowing things down a little bit now, settling down behind the goal.
So leading 13-8. Ohio Northern 36-18 as a program coming into today. In their fourth year, this senior class, the first one to come through from freshman to senior. That shot for Cameron Maroose misses wide left. Max Weeks caused that last turnover, by the way. That's kind of another unsung thing about.
And we're going to see a shot taken here. Oh, nice look there.
Faked you out.
It did. It did. Wittenberg able to close that off. I thought that Polar Bears were going to run that one right through.
Again, the Polar Bears on a 5-game winning streak. All of those games came on the road, though. They had to go to overtime in New York against Alfred to win on Saturday 9-8. And it was their 12th straight road win dating back to last March. That save by Cavalier popped right back up into the air. And it's not necessarily that you make the save, that helps. But the fact that you're able to, as you'll see here, watch how quickly Wittenberg is able to transition this to get away from their own goal.
Just pops that up and able to get that defender there, right, able to snag that ball. That hits the ground. You got to scramble right in front of the goal. It's very dangerous for a
pretty much told Nick
score.
Medley, could you please take this and go away now? Go back to Louisville where you're from. Just get away from me. It's Northern right up in front of the net, 5 different guys. This is different than when it's been run the other way in the first half on this end because Northern had 1 or 2 guys in the middle they were able to kind of try to work against.
They haven't dropped anyone behind the net this time. They're keeping everyone up front, cutting down those shots. As we see a shot, nice save there by Pizarro.
He didn't know where that went.
No, he got that trap beneath his legs. He just knew it didn't go in.
Watch his right leg here. When he goes down to make this save, yeah, that's a kick save and a beauty. With his right shoe, he's able to knock that one down. That's a terrific shot from our cameras as well. Those guys are doing a terrific job in this game.
As Northern quickly scores again here. That one looks like number 21. Marco.
Ornate handshake.
We'll catch this here on the replay. Quick transition down. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That is not DeMarco.
Still a terrific shot for Patrick Moran. And again, his student section, or the student section loves him. Must just love Texas kids. Patrick Moran with the round of applause, number 5 on the season. And now you're starting to get to the point at 14-8. The lead continues to grow for Northern. They're not doing a lot of things wrong right now. Wittenberg is kind of having to try to kick the rock up the hill.
They are. You're going to see a little bit of almost kind of I hate to say panic mode for Wittenberg, but time is not on their side.
A little more frantic.
Yes. That right there, as you said, not many mistakes. Wittenberg has, or Northern has a missed start on the face-off, so turnover given to Wittenberg.
Also, Grant Snodgrass able to take the face-off from William Peoples after I just made a whole thing about him. Final 7 minutes now. As I tell you what, I love watching this young man with the ball right now work in Matthew Welch because he's just a little spark plug. It seems like everywhere that he goes, all of a sudden, anyone near his quadrant, the tempo just picks up.
It does. He's high energy.
And effectively, too. The dump back into the middle, way too high, but hey, look, works out with a guy.
Nice save there by Pizarro.
From Lucas Clever out of Moeller High School, one of about 10 kids from Moeller High School playing in this game.
I'm sorry, that is not Pizarro. No, I'm sorry, that is Pizarro in goal. I thought we had a goalie change.
Pizarro sounds like a magician. It makes sense given what he's done in this game. A timeout.
Taken by Wittenberg.
I heard it. 6:20 to go. It's 14-8 Ohio Northern on the That Place for Pets scoreboard. Well, they didn't take the timeout. The official on the far side, I watched him signal timeout.
I watched him signal timeout. And I heard the timeout called.
I think we were fooled by the guy down here eating his cheeseburger trying to get him to take a timeout. Maybe try to deke Northern into thinking that there's going to be one. Right back from right to left. Andrew Ellis goes to work. Tried to feed into the middle. Long shot and another save.
That was a nice save there. He's had a few great saves this fourth quarter alone.
There could be just a package of Alex Pizarro's saves in this game. That is all he's done. Here's another one. Watch.
He has a highlight reel of his own just in this fourth quarter on his saves.
What impresses me about this is how quickly, right here, spins and throws it right back out towards midfield. I'm going to need you to go ahead and take this. Jerry Coyle's got 1 goal on 7 shots for Wittenberg. Nobody else outside of Matthew Welch, 5 shots and 3 goals.
Pizarro with a nice save again, off the stick.
Now 19 to 28 on clears, 18 to 25 for faceoffs. Those are big, efficient numbers for Ohio Northern, but it's what they've been able to do defensively. Is the ball off the foot of Andrew Ellis, it looked like, on that miss.
Well, as that shot went wide, luckily Ellis was there.
Second kick save, not as much of a beauty. Was the
loose ball picked up by Northern.
Wittenberg numbers are 7 of 25 on faceoffs. They're winning the ground ball count by 5. But right now, Northern's not putting a lot of things on the ground.
No, everything's been kept in the stick.
Coming up on 4.5 minutes now to go in this ball game. Ohio Northern trying to get win number 6 in a row. And I love the guys with one job to do. This time around, it was Ethan Falsone out of Orchard Park, New York. He ran like he was trying to get back to New York for Northern to get to the sideline after he was able to help clear that ball out.
Northern doing a nice job just moving the ball, killing some time.
Got one young man in Nicholas Groves. If you see him show up on your screen, it'll be number 49. He's got 2 goals in this game.
And another goal right there. That one, number 1. Marius.
And he's normally the guy that sets him up. This time he's the guy that knocks it down.
He's right there for the feed.
And there are 2 different opportunities you'll see here towards the end of this, where this is set up right here. There could have been a shot. Nope, Marius will work inside and just turn around and
nice
bang one home.
Head fake, fakes it high and goes low.
Max Weiss with the assist. Again, he could have taken that shot himself, but it just didn't go that way. Northern now up a touchdown at 15-8 on the That Place for Pets scoreboard. So Ohio Northern, the entire sleuth of them on the other side, waiting for this face-off. It's a better face-off than when the XFL put a ball in the middle and said, had 2 guys run 50 yards apiece at it. It goes
another
better
missed pass here by Wittenberg.
I think maybe this time around Vince McMahon won't have that happen in the XFL. Maybe a little different.
Maybe.
So it is Chris DeMarco, who was in for that face-off, was able to box out and make sure nobody from the red team was going to be able to get to that ball. 3:25 left in the fourth quarter. Ohio Northern has taken a 10-7 lead coming into this quarter and turned it into a 15-8 at times masterpiece. 42 shots in this game, and a lot of rebound shots where they've had
second chance shots on these, yes. And what's impressive is it's not just the offense. Pizarro has had a fantastic fourth quarter in goal with his saves.
He's also got 4 ground balls in this game. So he's really kind of tried to help out doing a little bit of everything. 10 saves on 31 shots faced for Pizarro.
Loose ball picked up by Wittenberg as they will try to clear this across. Do a nice job trying to catch Ohio Northern on a transition here.
Owen Presper out of Canton and Akron St. Vincent St. Mary. So must live right near the border. A lot of highways, you can get there quickly.
You can.
Final 2.5 minutes. He's just trying to bang his way inside, really.
He is trying to muscle his way in, just nothing there for him.
Motorwell out of Libertyville, Illinois. Right back up to it. It's set up for him initially to at least get that shot, but I think as he was banged out of the way by Ohio Northern and Alex Pizarro, he just wasn't able to get it online. You'll see that here. Pizarro inside.
He takes that move. Kind of takes that angle, hugging that post away from him.
Alex Stasak, actually, the young man who bodied him up. Pizarro who created the shade. As here comes Quinn McConkey, 6'1", 190 out of Evanston Township High School in Evanston, Illinois. He was in there for a couple of minutes early on. He's got speed for days. Kind of wonder, hey, where does your next group come from? That kid's a junior. As there he goes. He's got an opportunity to do big things with his team this year. And that's something, as we hit a minute 20 for Ohio Northern, we talked about. Again, we talked to Tim Galon, the SID, before this game, and the penalty flag comes out of, ONU's got almost 60 kids on the roster. They're not just going to play 10, 12, 13.
No.
They're going to come at you with 25.
They are, and it shows the quality that they have, too, because there's really not a drop-off when those seniors leave the field. They're still able to keep that tempo, keep that pressure on the opposing team. So the future is bright for Ohio Northern. I don't see them having a slip up next year with the seniors leaving. They were able to learn under the wings and continue to grow with them.
And as the officials try to figure out what establishment here in the Ada area they're going for dinner for after the game, big thanks to NKT.TV along with Ohio Northern University, Allen Knott Honda Toyota, a better experience and a better price only at Allen Knott. Also to Klein's Napa Auto Center, just down the road for being our replay sponsor, and That Place for Pets, where every dog can be a top dog, for being our scoreboard sponsor, and Stites Grocery and Catering for the best prices around and the nicest people. You can go ask them. They've got some good stuff. Down to the final 30 seconds now.
Northern able to just run this out. They have plenty of time on their play clock.
Northern trying to get out with a 15-8 lead and really created on that extra man opportunity, but
as
credit
the crowd
Wittenberg.
Celebrates here.
They came out in the beginning part of this game, trailed just 5-3. They were down 7-5 at the half after the first and the half, and just I really think it comes down to depth. They weren't able to have enough guys to continue to run with ONU, who now get the 6-1 on the year. And a big celebration here in Ada as the Polar Bears win on the scoreboard 15-8. We're back here in just a few to Ada on NKTelco Sports.
You know Stites Grocery as a discount grocery store for over 30 years. You know us for our great variety of food at very reasonable prices and our high-quality meat department where you can get our deli and meats at low prices. But did you know we've been catering for over 10 years? We specialize in wedding receptions and other events. We can customize your party with a variety of options. Stites Grocery and Catering in Lima. Stop in, call us, or check out our Facebook page for our daily deals.
Nareda Lanes in Ada offers men's league bowls on Mondays and Wednesday evenings, women's league bowls on Thursday evenings, couples bowls on Friday evenings, kids bowl on Saturday mornings from December through March, Scotch mixed double bowls on the last Saturday of every month, open bowling on Saturday evening, Saturday afternoon reserve the bowling alley for children's birthday parties, and on Sunday, lanes are available to reserve for birthdays of any age as well as for group events. Check out NaredaLanes.com for more info.
At That Place for Pets, we offer classes for puppies to seniors, puppy kindergarten, family dog, advanced or top dog, and agility classes. If you're looking for a place for your dog to play, we offer doggy daycare. Let them play in a monitored, temperature-controlled area. Doggy daycare is available Monday through Friday, 6:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Screening is required. At That Place for Pets, our groomers are ready to help your pet look their best. Call today for your appointment. That Place for Pets, for playing, training, and grooming, where every dog can be a top dog.
Whatever Cards and Games in Ada is your locally owned, family-friendly business for all your gaming needs. We carry a wide range of collectible card games, board games, family games, role-playing games, educational games for all ages, and more. Stop in today for your much-needed expansion packs and war miniatures. We are an official tournament store for Yu-Gi-Oh!, Magic the Gathering, and Cardfight Vanguard. Expect an enjoyable time at Whatever Cards and Games, where there's fun for everyone.
Welcome back to Dial Robertson Stadium and Bill Robinson Field here in Ada. There you see a 15-8 win for the Ohio Northern Polar Bears on That Place for Pets scoreboard. Wittenberg will fall to 1-5 as they will take on Oberlin at home at noon on Saturday. Ohio Northern coming up on Saturday will be back home to take on Wilmington in a game you can watch right here at 1 p.m. And you see the final statistics. How about these face-off numbers, though? You look at the 18-26 right there for Ohio Northern. William Peoples goes 5 of 6. Preston Victory 11 of 13. And that's how you get it started.
It does. You can't ask for anything better out of those guys. You're not going to win every single face-off, but you want to win the majority of them. And with only losing one or two, it's pretty impressive out of those two. As we look through here, our final stats. Wittenberg, 8 face-offs versus 18 for Ohio Northern. Shots on goal, Wittenberg able to close that gap a little bit here in that fourth quarter just because they were able to get a little more shots off. 32 for Wittenberg, 42 for Ohio Northern. Ground balls, Ohio Northern does win that one, 36-31. Saves, Wittenberg with 11, ONU with 10, and that kind of shows with that fourth quarter. Wittenberg did try to turn up the heat. Pizarro does a nice job. Pizarro does a nice job in goal in that fourth quarter for sure. Turnovers, this is the one stat you do not want to lead in, but didn't change the outcome of this game. Wittenberg with 19-20 for Ohio Northern. Clears, 17 of 24 for Wittenberg, 21 of 30 for Ohio Northern.
Kind of goes back to your keys.
It does.
Control turnovers, I mean, you're pretty much even. Yeah, it's 20, but you can't ask for anything better really than to be even in that circumstance, because a couple of those turnovers, you're just a victim of how fast you're setting up your offense.
Right. We'll run our highlight reel here, and NKTelco Sports and its sponsors are pleased to bring you replays of Ohio Northern men's lacrosse on NKTelco Channel 3 or in HD on Channel 503. Wednesday, March 20th at 6 p.m. and Thursday, March 21st at 6 p.m. on NKTelco and NKT TV. You can also watch the games on WOSN and on demand on the NKTelco Sports Facebook page and at nktelco.net.
Big thanks to all our sponsors for helping to make this happen as we get a look at the replays. Big game from Anthony Pavoni. He gets 3 goals. Cameron Bruce with 2. Nicholas Groves with 2 for Northern. 3 for Matthew Welch. 2 for Andrew Ellis for Wittenberg. Crofts Car Center, the right choice. El Campo Mexican Restaurant for the best Mexican food around, along with Hengelson's Sausage Company, Lima's finest handcrafted sausages, Nareda Lanes, where you're always welcome, Viva Maria Italian Restaurant for authentic Italian and catering available. Don't forget the cannolis. Western Sizzlin Steakhouse, home of the flame-kissed steak, along with NKTelco and NKT.TV. Whatever cards and games where fun is for everyone. Ohio Northern University, along with Allen Knott Honda Toyota, a better experience and a better price only at Allen Knott. Our replays again are brought to you by Klein's Napa Auto Center and our scoreboard by that place for pets where every dog can be a top dog. And our game brought to you by Stites Grocery and Catering for the best prices around. A 15-8 win for Ohio Northern. Again, they are back in action here in Ada on Saturday, as you can watch that game live as well here on NKTelco Sports. For our director in Scott Robinson and his assistant, who is merely Bryce Hamrick, and our camera guys in Xavier Gross and Mark Fissel. And for Tom Mealy, I'm Mike Hearn. Have a great night from all of us here in Ada on NKTelco Sports.